This map's kind of difficult because the school's really strong. And it also has the fucking House of Pain that has a really strong basement. But, oh. So, with Wraith, I have an add-on that lets me go faster in Cloak, and also, whenever I uncloak, it tells everybody, basically, that I'm uncloaking. So, that way, if I'm in and out of Cloak constantly, people don't actually know where I am. I shouldn't have taken that stun and forgot how Wraith fucking worked for a split second. Okay. I was actually gonna camp the pal, but that's fine by me. I want to make her double back here when I break this pallet because that'll buy me more time. You can body block pallets as Wraith too if you can get it in there fast enough. So she fucked up real bad. Now the perk on my left is Infectious Fray. If somebody's in my heartbeat range, whenever I smack her down, it'll make them scream so I know where they are. It's Plague's best perk, in my opinion. And like I really have a good time with it because it just lets you slug over and over again. I have to be careful with this girl. That's really bad for me that that gen just popped. She had a flashlight, so I tried to look away at first, but then I realized that she wasn't gonna do anything about it. Now she's probably gonna run for that unhook, so I'm gonna go. Fuck, I got caught in the trash bags.
Trash bags?
Yeah, I'm on a map that there's some trash bags around the map. So you see over there, she screamed. I'm gonna go try and kill her if I can. I hear her real fucking far over here. Yeah, there's no point right now. I'm gonna leave this girl slugged because I need to at this point. Which sucks, but it's just how this killer works, because this killer isn't great at putting map pressure up. Not when you're getting down so slowly, at least. She already fucking healed? Jesus. I heard someone running down here, so it's an easy unhook for me. Or easy hit, I mean. Now they picked that other girl up. I really just want to down this lorry and leave her on the ground, especially since she's so out of the way over here. That actually benefits me, because they have to go really far to get her. Now, I only have Surge for gen regression, and Surge is not great for that, so I have to keep putting pressure on the map as much as possible. Sancy thinks she's hiding for some reason, even though I'm literally looking at her. I heard somebody running in the street earlier, though. To my left over here. Yeah, you see her back in the distance going for the lorry. This is what I gotta do to win right now. Although they don't have as much pressure on gens as I thought they did, I still have to make sure that I'm putting as much pressure on them as possible. They're healing for some reason. She should have picked her up and just left, honestly. That's such a fucking waste of a pallet. That's why you don't camp pallets at all. Killers can just swing through it sometimes. And the perk I have at the top, Enduring, means I don't really have to give a shit about pallets. It'll just, even at level 1 or level 2, Enduring's really fucking good because it'll reduce your cooldown a lot when you get hit by a pallet. So you can just get right back into the chase right away, basically. Alright, I'm gonna check really quickly who she picked up. Horror Mike is a Kate, which means that she... Oh. I think I was unbreakable on one of them. Alright, I'm gonna go back into the Wraith. Oh, that's unlucky for her. I didn't hear her healing even. So I'm gonna come over here. And she put herself in a bad spot here. Should they get a free down on her? I can put her in the basement too right now as if I rush. Oh, I am getting called right now. Okay. So as Wraith, it's kind of like Ghostface, where you want to try and go back and forth from people over and over again, and he has the ability to just spread out where his heartbeat is, kind of, in a way. So right here, I'm actually gonna go get a hit in the lorry, and they're probably gonna think it's safe to go on Hooker now. So I'm actually just gonna go straight back over there. There's probably somebody on this generator, so I'm gonna check it really quickly before I go down there. Maybe not. Really, so I can come kick it because it's got a lot of progress on it. I'm looking to see if I can see scratch marks down here at all, and I don't see any. So, oh, there's Kate. You always gotta be careful with flashlights because if people realize where you are, they can burn you. If they just like shine their flashlight on you and track you perfectly, basically. So she's taking the long way in, and I'm trying to cut her off here. The route I took was way more efficient for me since killers don't actually suffer from stagger when they fall. And that just gives me a second hook in the basement, which is really fucking good for me because now that she's hit second stage, the Nancy, that means that they have to come down here as quickly as possible, or else both those dudes are gonna die really quickly. So like you see with the Windstorm add-on, the one I have on the bottom, it makes me move really fucking fast when I'm in my Wraith. And it's one of his best add-ons for sure, because the faster you move, obviously, the faster you can put pressure around the map and shit. I think there's a pallet here, so I'm gonna swim through it. Yeah. This Meg's not bad at all. She messed up there. That was the better play to go for what she did. The only problem is she got unlucky and I didn't double back. Right there, that was basically a 50-50 when I swung and she ran the other direction. If she ran, or if I doubled back, she would have been safe for sure. Alright, so now I have two people down on Hook, and that generator back there is regressing because of Surge, my perk on the right. I hear them on my right. I know the cake up by, but I don't really care about her right now. Now there's a really strong paladin here. If she goes to it, I might just leave her. Actually, I'm just gonna hit the lorry now, because she just gave me a free hit. Basically, this lorry shouldn't have been down here to begin with. I want to try and get in front of this Nancy to cut her off a little bit. She doesn't even realize I'm still chasing her. Yeah, these guys probably aren't the best survivors, but I mean, even the worst survivors can win a game if they just sit on generators for long enough. Right, she gave up because she knows she's already dead. And this is where I have a lot of map pressure right now. I'm making sure that people aren't safe. I'm trying to keep them injured as much as possible. Surge is really great for that, my perk on the right, because I don't have to continue kicking generators if I can down them close enough to generators. I'm going to body block into Smeg because I know she has sprint burst, so I want to try and make her waste as much of her sprint burst as possible, basically. If anything, I could have actually just cancelled my invis right there and I would have been fine. Alright, I'm fine with the generator going. This Meg's the best survivor out of all these guys, probably. Not enough, though. She's trying to blind me mid-chase, which doesn't fucking work unless you're not a good killer. Honestly, she should have stayed hidden and gone for a flashlight save. She loves camping these pallets, which means I'll just get her easy down right here. She tried to get into the pallet, but with the swing, you can just turn the corner and get in front of it. Yeah, even if you're not confident in the flashlight save, going for the flashlight save in the situation would have been way better because she wouldn't be down right now. And I wouldn't have literally all the fucking map pressure I could ever ask for. So right now my perks are actually really helping me out a lot. Surge helped me put a lot of pressure on that generator. Enduring, the perk on the top, has helped me a lot because I've gotten stunned several times this game. You gotta keep in mind though, whenever you're in stealth, it doesn't actually, you don't actually get the benefit from enduring. I have no idea where this fucking girl crawled to. And now at this point, it's just a matter of finding people. That's what Whispers, the perk on the bottom, is really good for. I know she's somewhere in this vicinity. Alright, I tried to body block her, but it's fine. Oh, whoops. Whenever you come out of your lunge as Wraith, you have a bit of extra speed, and it lets you get really long lunges. Alright, that's really nice. Infectious Fright showed me exactly where she was, and that's just part of why Infectious Fright is so fucking good. I mean, you saw it several times during this game. I got to see where the people were, which just informs me on what decision I'm going to make. When I downed the Meg up on the street while they were unhooking in the basement, I knew both of them were down. I knew all three of them were down there, rather. Which, I mean, obviously I could have told because they were getting unhooked from the basement. But even like if I didn't know they were down there, oh, I thought I heard her. Maybe not. I have no fucking idea where this girl crawled to. But yeah, Infectious Fright lets you decide when you're gonna slug and keep chasing people, when you have time to go for an unhook. It basically hard counters flashlight saves because you know when people are within your heartbeat range whenever you down somebody. Same with like pallet saves and shit like that, so Infectious Fright is just always a good perk to run. If there's nothing better to run, Infectious Fright is just fantastic. I love it so much. Oh, I saw her blood. And it'll lead me to her. Now again, I might have given her the hatch if that other girl wasn't in her, if she wasn't... I mean, I guess I could have, whatever. But yeah, so like, okay, so the add-on on the top that I have, the Bone Clapper, it's one of the better ones for Wraith. It's definitely top tier in my opinion, actually. Because it makes it so people don't know exactly when you're in or out of your stealth, and when you're going back and forth from survivors, like when I hit that lorry near the killer shack and turned around and went towards the school to go put pressure, um, they don't know when I'm in or out of heartbeat range, or in the stealth, unless they're paying really close attention to it, which puts me in a really good spot because the more unaware survivors are of how you are, or where you are, the better it is for you, because you can sneak up on them, you can get easy hits, easy downs, whatever it may be. So my perks are Whispers, where if somebody's within 32 meters of me, anywhere within 32 meters of me, I can... Whispers clicks on, you start hearing the kind of moaning and whispers that come on. And you might not think that's very useful, but if you use it correctly, so if you walk towards an area, you know that somebody within that 32 meters ahead of you, it is right there, you know, it isn't a full circle around you. But with Whispers, depending on how you walk, if you're paying attention to where it clicks on, you can figure out more or less the general area of where people are, and it also helps you a lot in not going for chases that you don't need to. Or not looking for people, rather, in areas that you don't need to. So if somebody's hiding in a corner, you'll know that, hey, there's somebody over here, as opposed to you going to check a corner and sitting there for 10-15 seconds just looking to see if somebody's there. Whispers will tell you right away, like, no, there's nobody here, you can just go on, chase someone else, or look for someone else. Then Surge is alright. It's not the best perk, but it's nice to pair with slugging playstyle. Um, it lets you, whenever you down somebody with a normal attack, it'll trigger, and every generator within 32 meters of you will regress 8% automatically and then start regressing normally. Essentially what it does is it makes it so you don't have to kick generators over and over again, which is really helpful. But of course it does have a cooldown, so you do have to keep in mind that. That pairs great with Infectious Fright though. Infectious Fright, like I said, whenever you down somebody, everybody within your heartbeat range will scream, which coincidentally for most killers is 32 meters, just like the range for Surge. And what this does is it means that if there's a generator near you that has progress, you can smack somebody and hear someone else scream. It'll pop the generator nearby, and you can immediately go chase that person that you heard scream instead of worrying about having to kick the generator and then go find somebody else. It'll automatically just tell you where to go next. And Enduring's another one of those universally good perks. Um, Except for like killers like Nurse or Huntress that don't want to get stunned at all. Um, you'll notice that I usually don't respect pallets at all. I'll just swing through them or walk through them because it's way better to get them down early than it is to respect it over and over again and let the survivor keep looping over and over again. So you definitely just want to just run right through the fucking pallet. Who cares if you get stunned? If you get stunned, you can break the pallet and keep going, basically. And Enduring makes it so that that stun is way shorter, so you can just get right back into the fight, essentially, and it's a great perk. And like I said, the Bone Clapper is great. It means that everybody on the map hears a bell, as if it's like right up their ass. Every time you go in or out of your stealth, it just causes chaos around the map essentially. And Windstorm, these are probably one of the best add-ons as well for Wraith. They let you move faster in your when you're invisible, so you just fucking zoom on that. That way you can try and get in front of people to block pallets, to block windows, to just block their path altogether. It's just all around a great perk.